Wentz Financial Group presents Zips Basketball Weekly with John Groce, investment management for your lifetime. Hosted by Joe Dunn. Contributing sponsors include Summa Health. It's your health. Let's own it together. Hilton Akron Fairlawn, the preferred hotel of Zips Athletics. And the Spaghetti Warehouse, famous for its 15-layer lasagna.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Zips Basketball Weekly with head coach John Groce, brought to you all season long by the Wentz Financial Group. Well, the Zips got an early dose of March Madness last week. How about coming back from 15 points down to beat Ohio University on Tuesday night? And then Friday night, sold-out crowd, national TV audience. The Zips beat arch rival Kent State for win number 24. And now, Coach, it's on to Cleveland for the Mid-American Conference Tournament. We'll play at noon on Thursday, but congratulations, regular season champions. What a year.
Yeah, proud of the guys, the way that they played in season one and season two. You know, I thought that we got better throughout. I thought the neatest thing about the last couple weeks, Joe, was our ability to handle adversity.
Yeah.
And just to grind our way through, not having Tyler Cheese at Buffalo. Christian Jackson fouling out with roughly 8 or 9 minutes to go in the game against Ohio. And then coming back and playing Kent, and you know, Christian didn't have one of his better games of the year, but still made a lot of plays for us. And to find ways for other guys to step up and add value in different ways and grind it out the way that we did in the Friday night Kent game was just terrific. And, you know, really bodes well for us, I think, from a confidence perspective, a depth perspective. I think guys understand what we need from each of them in order for us to play well. And I really believe that we still have a lot of basketball to play, and I believe that we can play a lot better than we did the last couple weeks. But, you know, sometimes winners have to grind.
Yeah.
And our guys, I thought they really did that. I thought they grinded it out the last couple weeks.
Coach, not only did your team step up, I thought the community and the campus stepped up. Just two great crowds last week.
Phenomenal. You know, 4,000-ish on the Tuesday night game, and then obviously a sellout. You know, so it was great week for us, great week for the community, great week for the university. And our players, quite honestly, and especially our seniors, they deserve that.
Yeah.
The way that they've, you know, conducted themselves both on and off the court, what they do academically, how hard they've worked to put themselves in position to do something special like they did this past week. But, you know, now they've had plenty of time now to absorb that, and I let them enjoy it. And now it's total focus on season 3 as we move forward here.
As we said, the Zips with 24 wins right now. Let's go back and catch highlights from Tuesday night's big winner of Ohio University, brought to you by CBS Sportsnet. And, Coach, the Bobcats came into town as one of the hottest teams in the league. They were playing well.
Yeah, no, and they still are. You know, one of the hottest teams in the league, and finished up strong by winning at Miami over the weekend. And offensively, they're a really tough cover. They've done a great job against us both times in the game in Athens and then here in Akron. You know, creating good shot opportunities as we've tried to find different ways to defend them better throughout the two games. And then defensively, I thought they had really improved from game 1 to game 2. And, you know, that's why they're one of the, you know, hotter teams in the league. But our guys really stepped up when we got down 15, as you mentioned earlier, Joe, found ways to make some plays, and really, you know, it was a gutsy win by our guys, and older players stepped up, but we got great value and from the guys that came off the bench as well. I mean, they did a lot of great things. I think Greg Tribble's playing his best basketball of the year. I think Ali, you know, really dating back to our Buffalo game at Buffalo 3 games ago, and what he's done the last few weeks. Reese has been making plays for us. So our bench depth has really, really helped us here, in particular down the stretch.
Boy, the first half, Coach, they made a lot of tough shots. They shot, well, almost 67% from the field. That's why they're up by 13. They just made a lot of shots.
They did. They scored it well. They made difficult shots. And then, you know, on top of that, we also, I didn't think quite had the edge to us that we needed to defensively. Didn't execute some things here and there defensively that led to that 13-point deficit at the half. But, you know, give them credit. In particular, I thought, you know, Preston was terrific. I thought their other players really made shots and made tough twos and off the dribble shots and made plays. And you're right, that's why we were down, a big part of the reason why we were down 13 at the half.
Coach came out in the second half and played a really good 20 minutes. You double team Jason Preston, who's one of the better players in the league, create turnovers, you get back in the game, and then with about 8 minutes left, Lauren Christian Jackson fouls out and things don't look good.
Yeah, but we hung in there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we kind of know how the story ended, but
Yeah.
you know, I thought that our seniors really picked it up. I thought Cheese did such a great job of, you know, leading us the last really 8 to 9 minutes of that game. And you know, it's such a luxury to have 2 point guards of the caliber of Jackson and Cheese out there. I mean, they fit each other so well from a team composition standpoint in terms of how they blend together. But you know, we just kept right on ticking, and obviously Tyler did a good job of kind of manning the ship there the last 9 minutes, and guys stepped up and made plays.
Greg Tribble with a baseline dunk off a great feed from Cheese gets the crowd in the game. That's one of those plays I think people go home talking about.
Yeah, he's done that a lot here this past week. So obviously Greg's a terrific athlete, a great competitor, and as I said earlier, I think is playing the best basketball he's played all year.
Zips make 20 of 25 free throws for the game, Coach. Pressure shots. Here's Tribble with that dunk, and you can see your bench explode. They're all over this one.
Yeah, that gave us our first lead late, and then we kind of, you know, obviously were able to take it and extend it a little further from there. But, yeah, big play there. Great decision by Tyler.
Akron ends up with 4 players in double figures. Williams with 20, Cheese 17, Banks 10, Lauren Christian Jackson with 13. And you win a big game, Coach, over a very hot team, and that leads, of course, we'll be looking at that Kent State game a little bit later, but it was fun cutting down the nets after the game. And I said after the game, Coach, you probably got the biggest cheer of the night from your team.
Well, I mean, I appreciated that. You know, I love our guys, and we're very close, but you know, I'm really proud of them for what they were able to do. You know, it's hard to win. You know, talking to my old boss here over the weekend quite a bit. Thad reminded how hard it is to grind it like that for 2 months, you know, and try to play consistent basketball and win a regular season championship is about as hard as there is to do, anything to do in college basketball. I mean, it's hard. So give our guys credit. You know, I thought, you know, watching Jackson celebrate there, I thought just a great thing and story about our team. I mean, here's a kid who fouls out with 9 minutes to go. You know, a lot of people would be a distraction or pout, or not him. I mean, he was the biggest cheerleader over there and helped us coach the last 9 minutes and talking to guys in timeouts and was super engaged. I think it speaks a lot of his leadership qualities and the chemistry that we have on our team and how much those guys care about each other.
Congratulations again on that big winner of Ohio University. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Romeo Travis, one of the all-time greats in Zip basketball history. We're going to meet Rome right after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
I'm here. This isn't a stop on my way somewhere else. This is my way up. This city, this university, Akron is where I learn to outwork and outsmart. To aim high, then raise the bar. Because Zips never settle for less. No entitlement, no excuses, just my education. My future. I'm on the rise, and we are Akron.
Okay, welcome back to Zips Basketball Weekly. Coach, it's always great when former players had success in the program come back and become a big part of the program. I know Romeo Travis, you've become close to him over the last few months.
Yeah, no, it's huge. And love Rome and what he represents. And, you know, obviously the chance to honor him and put his number and jersey in the rafters was a huge deal. Well-deserved, well-earned. And he's very plugged into our program.
Sure.
And I thanked him over and over how he's treated me since I came, how much he cares about the university and our basketball program. And it's big, you know, it's big. And I tell him indirectly we're attached because one of the reasons I was so interested in this job is because of what those guys started really in the middle of that decade. And now what was able to progress and proceed after that and the success that Akron basketball had, you know, when it started kind of with Rome and Drew and Jeremiah, that crew that played, and what was able to take place after that. So very thankful for our relationship and how much he cares about Akron.
Right now, let's meet Romeo Travis.
To see my name and number up there, it's basically the culmination of everything I've been through, and it's coming to fruition. So it's like a dream come true, honestly. Being from Akron, growing up here, it really means a lot to be up there enshrined with some of the greats. And so when I'm a grandfather, I can bring my kids up here and show them that my jersey's up there, and it's really amazing. And it's rare that, that men can say they feel loved, besides your spouse and your immediate family. But from other guys, just to feel the love from the city, from our friends, from former coaches, it just meant a lot to me. And even Coach Groce, I just felt loved, man, and I appreciated it. The University of Akron means a lot because it helped me grow from a young man to an adult. I had a lot of experiences here, a lot of good experience, some not so good, and it helped me grow into a man. So I love the university for embracing me, for showing me love from day one. And the people that I met here were from all parts of the country, from the world, and we all came together for one common goal. And that was just amazing to have that experience here at Akron. And for the city, I grew up here. I went to maybe 5 elementary schools before I settled down, and then I went to a different high school before I settled down in the St. V. So I've been all over, and the city means a lot because I'm from all over. I'm from one place, but I've been all over. And so to be loved by the entire city, it means a lot, man. And that's why I represent Akron, the university, the city, everywhere I go. I just pump up Akron because I love it, and it loves me back. My high school career, one of my fondest memories is actually supposed to not be a good one, but it ended up being good. I got into an argument with Coach Drew, and he told me I was off the team unless I did 100 push-ups. And so I get to like 60, then I started shaking. I did get to 65, and I'm just exhausted. I can't go anymore. Then Sheon, he's like, I got 5 for you. Then Drew jumped down, I got 5 for you. Willie, I got 10 for you. And the whole team bonded around me, and we came together. And that was before my senior season. And then it came together, and we won a national championship. So that was one of my fondest memories that, everybody had my back, and they really lifted me up at a time where I could have been off the team my senior year. Here at Akron, man, it has so many memories. One of my greatest memories is Coach Denbrod, man, just yelling at me, stumping on the ground. And Coach D, he does something so special. He will, if you do something good, he'll slap your leg real hard, like, good job, and I know he doesn't do it intentionally, but you be like, Coach, like, come on, man. And so that's what I remember, man. Coach just, when you sub out, he just slap you on your leg real hard and tell you good job. Being a former player, I try to give an opinion and help out without overstepping my boundaries. So I just kind of want to help, but keep my distance because I don't want to step on any toes so I'm tapped in close but kind of far away. And the relationship I have with Coach Groce is when I found out he was hired, the first time I came home, I came in his office and I told him, and I embraced him, and I told him, you're my coach now. You're coach at Akron. I love Coach D, but he's gone. So you're here right now, so I'm going to embrace you. Anything you need from me, physically, I'll do it, because I went to the University of Akron, not the University of Keith Denbrod. Much love we got for Coach D, he decided to leave. So, and that's been me and Coach Groce's relationship. We've been growing since that day, and we're just still growing. Our relationship is still growing, and I told him, and I still mean it to this day, anything he needs from me, I'll do it because, he's my coach, and I want to see this program go as far as it can go.
Coach, that was a great shot of Rome talking to all your players, shaking their hands. They know who he is, and they're close to him, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure, because he's taken the time to come back multiple occasions, and the guys know him. And, Drew's the same way. Yeah. I mean, they know those guys. Those guys have done a great job of paying forward, both Drew and Romeo. And, whether it's being around for off-season workouts or, spending time talking to them after a practice or, coming back for games or, whatever it might be, stopping by the office, popping in on the locker room to check in on the guys. Like, those guys care. They care about Akron, and, it's been very obvious. It's one thing to say that. It's another thing for your actions to show that. Yeah. And in both cases, both Drew and Rome have done that, and that's why we're so appreciative.
Yep. Congratulations once again to Romeo Travis. We're going to take a break, come back and watch highlights from that big win over Kent State on Friday night. So don't go away. We're back right after this.
Roman was born with a hole in his heart. But thanks to the experts at Summa who found the problem and fixed it quickly, he's feeling 26 again. Not 76. Minimally invasive heart procedures, many performed in under 2 hours. Summa Health, vital for getting back in the game and more.
Well, if you were at Rhodes Arena on Friday night, you experienced one of the great nights, I think, in Zip basketball history. Sellout crowd. Romeo Travis was there. Senior night. I'll tell you, it was special, Coach. And then on top of that, TV audience all over the country watching it.
Then just a great game.
Yeah.
You know, two really competitive, tough teams going at it, just like game one. You know,
Yeah.
I said after the game, like, you know, coaching the two games, like you could say, well, based on how the two games were played, Akron could have won both games. Kent could have won both
You're right.
games. It could have been a split. We could have won, which we did here and them at home, or vice versa. I mean, the games were just a play or two, like you'd expect of a typical rivalry game, Akron-Kent game. Obviously, we were a little bit more thrilled with the second outcome and liked that a lot better. But our guys really stepped up and made plays, Joe. I mean, we were down at the under 4 with 4 minutes to go. We were behind. And, man, did we step up. I thought Arias Williams had probably his best game of the year when you consider it holistically. Defense, offense, rebounding, efficiency with his shooting, and picked a great time to do it. And then we had several other guys step up and make plays as well. I thought Cheese had a great game. He really stuffed the stat sheet in a lot of areas. Banks made big plays. React played as well as he's played. It was good to see the guys, the seniors, really step up and play well in their last game at the Jar.
Well, let's go back and pick up highlights from Friday night's big win over Kent, brought to you by CBS Sports Net. Coach, as we talked about, just a great atmosphere. The game went back and forth in that first half. The Zips down 3 late, then up 3 with 1:12 left. But what a first half, what a game.
Great game, really competitive, physical. It was a battle, just like you'd expect of a rivalry game. And, you know, I thought both teams really did a lot of good things. We were just able to make a few more plays than them. But, you know, we got off to a great start, as you'll see here, shooting threes. At the beginning, we got off to a great start. So we're up 11-5 after getting ourselves in the hole 5-0. Thought guys came in off the bench ready to play, made some plays. You see Reese here in the post operating on Beck, and did a lot of good things. You know, in fact, at the half, you know, we're shooting over 50 from 2, just under 40 from 3, 100 from the line, 4 turnovers, holding them into the 40s defensively, and we're up 2 points. And I looked at the stat and said, holy cow, fellas, like we're playing pretty well. It's a 2-point game. You know, you felt like we maybe should be ahead a little bit more, but I think that speaks to how well Kent played as well. So it was just a hard-fought game, Joe.
As Arias Williams hit a jumper, I think with about 47 seconds left in the half, that gave you a 5-point lead. Then Pippen hits a long jumper at the end of the first half, and it goes from 5-2.
Yeah, I wish we'd have closed out on him a little stronger on that one, but nonetheless, he made it. And so now all of a sudden it's a one-possession game at halftime.
I'll tell you, great first half. The second half is more the same, Coach, back and forth, both teams trading the lead. There were a couple key moments in the game. You were down, I think, twice by 5 points. You needed something good to happen. You got big baskets both those times to get back close again.
Yeah, no, we did. And then executed out of timeouts really well. I thought we got some huge baskets out of timeouts, and guys really did a great job of locking in and, you know, executing the game plan for the most part throughout the 40 minutes. And, again, just a heck of a game.
Once again, Greg Tribble, that baseline dunk, that was something special. Got the crowd back in the game, got your bench in the game, and this kid, as we talked during the break, he gets off his feet as quick as anybody. There's the one right there that we've had in this program.
Yeah, no question. He's an elite level athlete. You know, obviously I've been blessed to have a chance to coach, you know, a lot of them over 25 years, and he's certainly, from an athleticism standpoint, you know, right up there. But the thing I love about him is he's fearless. He's competitive. He's really a tough kid. Has a very bright future. Is going to do nothing but continue to get better. He's already improved throughout the year. And like I like to say with young guys, man, I mean, he's big part of what we're doing now. But, I think his future bodes, a lot of promise, man. I think he's going to be really, really, really good.
We're going to see the game was tied at 61, then again at 64, then 69, and Coach, down the stretch, your team just makes key free throws. I think everybody made key free throws in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, no, we stepped up and made them. We've done that all year, and that's I always tell them that free throws win championships, and obviously the other day it did.
I'll tell you what, as we mentioned, Arias Williams, Jackson, Banks, and Cheese, you end up making 25 of 28 for the game, and a lot of times in a game like that, that's going to be the difference. Who makes free throws?
No question, it is. There's no doubt about that. I think it's a big deal. Every coach knows that. The one that emphasizes it probably more than anybody that I talk to is, Matt Painter talks about it all the time, recruit guys and put guys on the floor that can do that. It's such a big deal, and oftentimes can be the difference between winning and losing. And, certainly the other day it was helpful to us that we were able to knock them in.
Kent misses that desperation three-pointer. Akron wins it 79-76. Win number 24, Coach. That was special.
No, it really was. Obviously, it's a rivalry game, so there's a pride thing involved. We've not dodged that from the moment that we got here. I mean, we understand that that's a big game in the community. We embrace it. We love coaching in it. We love playing in it. We love preparing for it. And was really happy, for all of Zips Nation on Friday night.
There you go. Congratulations again. We're going to take a break, come back with our player on the rise, and a special announcement on the team on the rise right after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
I'm here. This isn't a stop on my way somewhere else. This is my way up. This city, this university, Akron is where I learn to outwork and outsmart. To aim high, then raise the bar. Because Zips never settle for less. No entitlement, no excuses, just my education. My future. I'm on the rise, and we are Akron.
Okay, welcome back. Now it's time to announce our Player of the Week, and what a week for 6'9" seniors Arias Williams, the 6'9" senior from Springfield, Ohio. His 12th double-double of the season, Coach. Boy, he had two great games against Ohio and Kent State.
He was terrific. I mean, I can't imagine. There's a lot of really good players in our league, but this past week to average a double-double, with what's at stake, and to win it outright and win the two games while averaging the double-double, I mean, I can't imagine anyone played more complete than he did this past week. So, congratulations to Arias. Obviously, he's a big part of what we do.
He's playing well when he's banking them in, right?
Yeah, I just asked him during the game, did you call that one? Because they might have to take that off the scoreboard.
There you go.
Okay,
that was something special. How about the team on the rise? We normally have a player on the rise, but Coach, I'm going to stop right here. Congratulations. I tell you, you brought this program back in 3 years to a conference championship. This is a program and a team on the rise.
No, that's what we intended to do, right? That was our plan. And sometimes, you have to deviate or adapt or improvise. We've had to do that over the 2 to 3 years and try to position ourselves where we have a chance to make some of the things happen that happened this past week and even more. So, kudos to the players, our support staff. We have so many people involved in this, Joe. You're obviously one of them, a big key. So we've had a lot of people that are involved. It takes a village to do something like we just did this past week. And without mentioning everyone's name because of time purposes, thank you.
Tell you what, Coach, we don't have time to talk about the Mid-American Conference tournament except to say it's wide open.
No, it's on, right? Man, season 3 starting, greatest time of year. Our guys are going to be excited to play, and we'll make sure that we're prepared and, ready to go at 12 noon on Thursday, regardless of the opponent. But, just a really special time of year, and we're looking forward to competing in the tournament.
For head coach John Groce, I'm Joe Dunn. We'll see you up at Cleveland on Thursday, and always remember, go Zips.
Wentz Financial Group presents Zips Basketball Weekly with John Groce. Investment management for your lifetime. Hosted by Joe Dunn. Contributing sponsors include Summa Health. It's your health. Let's own it together. Hilton Akron Fairlawn, the preferred hotel of Zips Athletics. And the Spaghetti Warehouse, famous for its 15-layer lasagna.
This has been a presentation from Learfield IMG College.